Join me today where we talk to the owner of one of the best supercars ever made.
Hey, this is Lacey. This is my 2018 McLaren 720. I'm representing Team Ultraspeed, and you're watching East Coast Garage.
So yeah, for a supercar, this thing is extremely comfortable. The AC is super chill. It's quiet. It feels like a luxury car, really. It doesn't feel like a supercar. But then when you get on it and you wake it up, it's like a monster.
It's totally a different beast. I tell you, man, once it starts picking up, man, it doesn't want to slow down.
Yeah.
I've never been in a car before. When you shift gears, it slingshots you forward. You have a kind of like a little hesitation.
Yeah.
There's no hesitation in this. And this being rear-wheel drive is just insane.
That is insane.
I've driven a lot of different all-wheel drive, turbo and supercharged vehicles, and for this being rear-wheel drive, it definitely has some grip. And I want to say it does like a 2.8, 0 to 60 in a rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Does it hook?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't get squirrely, and I don't recommend turning off any of the traction controls.
Yeah.
I would never turn off any of those, just because you don't want to do a Mustang week into a curb or into a ditch. Not in a $300-something thousand car.
So have you done the launch? Is this just?
I have not.
No.
Yeah, I have not.
It's just another way to tear up clutches and stuff. Probably.
Pretty much. Yeah, don't get me wrong. This car is probably made for it, but I've never put it in launch control.
You don't need launch control. Yeah, it doesn't spin or anything. That's awesome.
Yeah, this thing will definitely get up and go.
I'll be honest, I haven't been in a rear-wheel drive car that hooks this good, especially from the factory, making this kind of power.
Stock tune.
Stock tune.
Stock
wow.
tune. Stock downpipes. It has the performance exhaust that came from McLaren.
Yeah, that's incredible.
But with the with the upgraded turbo inlets, you can actually hear the turbo spool a lot better.
Yeah, I like it. It sounds good.
Tell you one thing about this car is the nose lift. It is definitely life for this car, because if not, you're going to be running over speed bumps and scraping everything and bottoming out everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Especially with this, the whole chassis is made out of carbon fiber, and if you scrape it or if you crack it, the whole car is totaled.
Wow, that's
totaled.
crazy.
Yes.
So every vent, every opening on this is functional. Everything serves a purpose. The bottom scoops there actually help cool down the engine, and helps cool down the brake calipers also. You can't see it from out here, but underneath the car, all four wheels have scoops that actually help cool down the calipers. Definitely helps if you're ever taking this to the track. The air brake on this actually serves a big purpose on slowing down. Any kind of emergency stops, this thing will actually pop up at a 90 degree. So the rear carbon fiber intakes right here go straight into the intake filters. The rear canopy right here actually doesn't open. It's actually a sealed unit. You can actually take these vents off. It does have a red LED light that's inside there. Other than that, it is a closed unit. It has no hood. It actually opens up. Have the Valvetronic burnt stainless tips. The variant wheels. So these are a 21 in the rear, 20 in the front, with Michelin 4S Pilot Sport tires. The front intake grills actually breathe into the cabin air filter. The front scoops where the headlights are actually where the radiator. So that's actually the cool down, the coolant. The other side that goes through the door is actually where the intercoolers are. So the air that actually streams through the fender going into the door goes into the intercoolers. and this actually has aftermarket spool performance turbo inlets.
It's crazy, even with the lowering springs on this, how smooth and comfortable it actually still rides. So this actually has accumulators on all 4 struts, and they are a wear and tear item, so they tend to go out, I'd say about 15, 20,000 miles. Once that goes out, you'll start throwing suspension codes, you'll start, riding like crap. And unfortunately, McLaren will charge you like $5,000 to $10,000 to change those. But one thing that they don't want you to know is you can actually just jack your car up and take one off like a light bulb and put a new one on. So the part is still expensive, but it's not as expensive as getting McLaren to go ahead and doing it. You can actually pick up a set of 4 from a website called Thorny Motorsports. They're actually located in UK, and I think they're around like $900 for 4 of them.
So, and then you don't have a glove box.
No glove box. So it has a little side door. I guess you can put your sunglasses in there. Other than that, you got this little center console that can fit your wallet, and that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe a cell phone.
And they give you a cup holder?
They gave you 2 cup holders. So you got 1 here, and you got one in this very back.
Yeah.
This very back one, you're definitely not going to fit too much in this one right here.
Yeah. How dare you drink while driving one of these anyways?
Exactly.
Yeah, I read that McLaren has designed this car based off the great white shark.
Huh.
According to the interwebs.
I tell you what, man, learn something new about the car every day.
But for what it's worth, I've always seen the nose of these cars to kind of look like that nose of a shark. So I can definitely see it, and it's cool. And with the color of this wrap, it gives it even more of like that cool, vibrant, like almost like a cartoonish type of shark or something crazy like that,
Yeah, it's definitely stands out from all the rest of the different supercars. You have the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris. All these different car brands have their own little spin on the way that they design the cars.
Right.
I've always been a fan of McLaren. It didn't matter if it was the 570, 600, or 720.
Yeah.
I would really love to get a 765, which is pretty much a 720, just different suspension, different body kit that's on it.
A little faster.
It's definitely 765 horsepower.
Yep.
There's a little bit different things that has that the 720 doesn't have.
Yeah.
The LTs were pretty much made to be track monsters.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the 720S is still, up there as being a track beast. But yeah, any of the LT, the 600 LT, the 765 LT, yeah, those are definitely more track oriented.
Well, if you get a 765, we'll definitely be back to check that out. Right. I won't mind riding in that car either.
There you go. I would definitely love to get my hands on a 765, but don't get me wrong. Hey, it's still out of my reach on that too. So
yeah, sure.
It's for me, it's a dream that I'd love to own a 765 or even a P1. I'd say a P1 would probably be my ultimate dream car. Unfortunately, those are still over 1.5 mil, and
hypercars, right?
There you go. Yeah, you start getting into a different category. You start going away from supercars. Now you're going into Bugatti money.
The first thing you would say to someone who wants to buy a supercar?
So I would say the first things first is to get your priorities in line. A lot of people have a lot of debt, or they have bad credit. And a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's your foundation. That's where you actually have to start your base. Build your credit, and don't have any credit card debt, because any kind of debt like that, you're definitely going to be spending a lot more money on interest and everything else. And just start saving and start putting your money towards assets. To me, this didn't happen overnight. This was, something that I've been working on, for the last, 5, 10, 15 years. And it's slowly starting to pay off. I would say one of the main things is just invest in the assets. If you can just start off by putting money away into a high yield savings account, or buying into certain stock market options, or putting into some kind of mutual fund. And a lot of people they try to get these get rich schemes, buy into crypto, or buy into like certain certain things that you think that will get you money fast, but at the same time it actually takes a lot of dedication and focus. When I started, I was working at IHOP. I was a busboy, and I was I was a dishwasher.
Right.
you know, I just slowly started accumulating, you know, different assets. You know, in my business, you know, I own a business called Auxiliary and Performance LLC. Little stuff that I do is, you know, I buy and sell parts online, car parts online. I also buy vehicles, hook them up, and then I sell them. Anybody can live that dream of getting a supercar, you know, if you focus and, you know, you gotta want it. You gotta be able to just, you know, put your money towards, you know, different assets that are gonna actually make more money, generate more funds.
So like turning your dream into motivation is what makes it a reality. And that's what I like about cars like this. As a automotive enthusiast, it has always been my dream to own something hand-built and just beautiful and rare and refined. What is your involvement with Team Ultraspeed?
So I've been in Team Ultraspeed since 2019. Kind of known a lot of the major guys, you know, since the late 90s, early 2000s. Jesse, actually the founder of Ultraspeed, known him for a long time. In my position, I'm a part of the events committee. So pretty much what we try to do is we try to coordinate the Cars and Coffee, the different car shows that are coming up, any kind of charity events. We try to put that together. Me, Jen, John and Bulo, and Liz. We try to get everybody else involved in it also, but with the four of us, we definitely try to get the ball rolling on a lot of these different events, especially the Cars and Coffee Chesapeake. That's actually every second Saturday of the month. We have it over here at Everbowl, Greenbrier, right next to the Target in the PetSmart parking lot. Definitely come check it out. And yeah, you know, we just, you know, we're really a family-oriented, you know, type car club. We try to do a lot of different charity events. The car club has been, you know, around since '97. You know, we just try to give back to the community. We definitely condone, you know, any of those street takeovers. We don't do any of that.
Right.
A lot of our stuff is pretty much just revolved around family-oriented car show events. You know, no burnouts, no revving up, no, you know, crazy loud music.
Yep.
No doing donuts.
Just keep it respectful.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know, any of the different areas that we've done, it's the same. We've never tried to promote that or anything like that. So.
Well, I definitely love this car. I love McLarens as well. The only experience I have is tearing it up on Forza, but hey, it works on Forza and it's pretty realistic. So if you're watching this video and have any questions that we didn't cover today, just ask away in the comments and I'll hit them up and get you the answer. And other than that, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for giving me a ride in this car. This car is so awesome.
Thank you.
I hope that people watching this video have enjoyed the insight on this car, and hope to see you in the next video.
If you want to see more of it, hit me up at Ultra_720S.
Right.
It's my IG.
Right. I'll put it down in the description below also, make it easy. Also check out Team Ultraspeed. I'll put that down there. And yeah.
That's it. You're watching East Coast Garage.
Join us next time when we feature this crazy school bus and reveal the toy it hauls.